Back to Geonosis. You know, that red planet from Attack the Clones where all the action scenes happened? Well, we're going back for another round. For all intents and purposes, this is the Clone Wars take on the Battle of Geonosis. Sheev gets to play both sides again and can barely contain his excitement to play this chess move against himself. As the landing commences, we get some explosive death aboard one of the gunships.
Good thing those bugs can't aim.
Now this is a war story. All the chatter, the action. This is what we're here for, people. Based on the intel from the previous episode, the target of this assault is a droid factory nearing the final stages of construction. The good guys did not plan this assault very well, as one gunship after the next gets shot down in a gritty war movie fashion, and even the most successful landings are barely managed crashes. As Anakin and Ahsoka lead an attack from the trenches against a heavy laser defense line, I am reminded a lot of World War II movies. The setup to this episode is interesting. They open up showing a map of the battlefield and explain the overall concept, then illustrate how the execution goes wrong and how each of the three forces in play react to the pressure of the battlefield. We have Ki-Adi-Mundi, Obi-Wan's forces, Ahsoka and Anakin's forces. No one has enough resources, there's no air support, no one can help anyone else, but you never lose track of the pawns on the board. Anakin and Ahsoka bickering is an immersion breaker, but you need your leads to say words, I guess. By direct comparison, the Ki-Adi-Mundi and Obi-Wan scenes are all way more gritty. Luckily, the more Star Wars-y action sequences are generally given to the two superheroes of the show, so they aren't exactly lacking in things to do other than bicker. Anakin and Ahsoka still have this little droid murder game thing going on, Lord of the Rings kill count style, further illustrating Ahsoka's misguided training under Anakin. To be clear, they're not just fighting droids, but flesh and blood sentient Geonosians. They take down a barrier fortress, and in the process of exploding the bridge, force throw Rex in the air and let him free fall to the ground. He literally screams the whole way down before being caught at the actual last second. Speaking of the last second, that's exactly when the air support finally arrives. The three forces regroup and plan their assault on the droid base. The assault happens quickly, and Ahsoka and Anakin compare scores one last time. Ki-Adi-Mundi chimes in with his own high score, which is a great note to end the episode on as we move on from here. I like this episode. That is, if you like the war stuff a lot. Not a whole lot to say because it's all just action, war story. This was a very gritty episode. There's almost no character stuff here, just great action scene one after the next. It's not my favorite kind of episode. I really find I like more of a balance, but this wasn't bad. Not mandatory viewing, not bad either. I put it above Senate Spy and just below the high star. Pretty good.